How are you this afternoon? Okay? Alright, so you ready to lunch? I know you had a huge lunch and you're ready to work this afternoon, right? So you have English this afternoon, so um, we'll be looking at the topic, and before I can introduce the topic to you, we'll be looking at a video, right? You like to watch videos?
Yes, yes.
Alright, so when you look at the video, you will gather your thoughts and you will see and learn. Right? The video is part of learning. So therefore you will learn, and at the end you will tell me what you learned. Okay? You ready?
Hey guys, I'm Kerry. In this video, you'll be learning all you need to know about main clauses and subordinate clauses. A clause is a group of words which contains a subject and a verb. We can call a simple sentence a clause. Here are more examples of clauses. Wait for me! Is lunch ready yet? The girl standing next to Gary is Patrick Daly's sister. If a clause makes sense by itself, we call it a main clause. The previous examples are all main clauses. However, many sentences contain clauses which do not make sense by themselves. For example, whenever it rains, this clause does not make sense by itself. Unless you pay, this clause does not make sense by itself. When the rain stops, this clause does not make sense by itself. We call these clauses dependent or subordinate clauses. A main clause is like a mother, and a subordinate clause is like a baby on the mother's back. The baby cannot survive without the mother. Similarly, we do not use a subordinate clause by itself in written work. It is always used with a main clause. For example, a soccer match usually stops whenever it rains heavily. Main clause, a soccer match usually stops, and the subordinate clause is whenever it rains heavily. As you can see, the main clause can stand by itself, however, the subordinate clause cannot. Another example, you can't take goods out of a store unless you pay for them. The main clause, you can't take goods out of a store, makes sense by itself. However, unless you pay for them, the subordinate clause doesn't. Another example, the game will start again when the rain stops. The main clause, the game will start again, makes sense by itself. However, when the rain stops, the subordinate clause doesn't. We can put a subordinate clause before or after a main clause. For example, a soccer match usually stops whenever it rains heavily. Or, whenever it rains heavily, a soccer match usually stops. Please note, when a subordinate clause comes before its main clause, we usually separate the two clauses by using a comma, as in the second example. Thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to check out my other cool.
Alright, did you enjoy it?
Yes.
But anyway, tell me, Annie, we have more other interesting activities where you will pick up. Right? So who wants to tell me what you learned in this video? What was the video about? What did you learn? Well, what? Alright, somebody said main clause. What else? Subordinate clause. Another person? What did you learn? Come on. So what is our topic about this afternoon? What is our main topic about? What are we learning about this afternoon?
Clauses.
What is it?
Clauses.
Excellent. So we are learning about clauses this afternoon. So in this video, you would have seen what is clause, and then you would have seen types of clauses and the example. So how do you call these here? What are they? You have a name for them. That's what we will learn today as well. They are called the types of clauses. Okay? So before we come to on, who wants to tell me what is a clause now? Was there in the video? What is a clause? Does it make note? What is a clause? It makes complete sense. Very good. It's a group of words. It makes complete sense. Anybody else want to add on to that? Come on. It has a subject and a verb, yes. So the verb ending to the other end of the sentence, how do you call that? From the verb going down to the end of the sentence, how do you call that? You have the subject and the verb, then you have verb, yes, and then at the ending of the sentence, from there down to the ending of the sentence, how do you call that part of the sentence? Predicate, excellent. So now we come up with our definition. So we would say a clause is a group of words. It has a subject and a predicate. Read.
A clause is a group of words containing a subject and a predicate.
Very good. So we all put our thoughts together from Alex to him, and somebody joining the subject and somebody ended with predicate. Please stop for yourselves. So now I will place this on the board so that we will always come back to it. Throughout the lesson, we will always come back to it, right? Because that is what we are learning today. So we are learning the definition of clauses, we are learning the types of clauses, and we have some activities to identify which is an independent clause and which is a dependent clause. Remember, the independent clause has many names. You remember from the previous lesson when we were doing simple sentence?
Yes.
Everybody remember? Yes, we did simple sentence and we also identified the subject and the predicate and we said which was an independent clause. And it has other name, main clause and principal clause and so on. Do you remember that? Good. So, read it one more time.
A clause is a group of words containing a subject and predicate.
Very good. So let us look at an example before we come move on. You like that?
Yes.
All right. Read.
Clauses.
Clauses.
Subject, verb,
So
predicate.
that is, it's called a phrase. Let's read a sentence there.
Alice eats
Like, subscribe, and share. And I see you.
Sorry about that. Read.
Alice eats mangoes.
So, what is the subject in that sentence? Let me ask and everybody. Let me ask Larissa. What's the subject in that sentence? Let me hear. Is she correct?
Yes.
All right, clap for her. Subject. What is the subject? Because she's a person, good. That's how we identify the subject of a sentence, yes? Good, so who or what the sentence is talking about? Excellent, Natoya. So those are called the subject of the sentence. And now let's look at the other part. So it's highlighted in green.
It
It's
is
mango. So the one that is highlighted in red is called the
predicate.
predicate. So why do we call it predicate now?
Makes sense.
Yes, it makes sense, yes. But it is speaking about what Alice does. What did she do? She eats mangoes. Okay, so from the verb down to the end is called a predicate. I'm sure you remember that during our simple sentence lesson. So the entire sentence here now is called the clause. How do you call it?
Clause.
Good. So now we will move on to the different types of clauses and we will see if a sentence is an independent clause and a dependent clause. I'm mentioning it because we already touched on that while we were looking at our video. Our first type of sentence or clause is called
Independent clause.
Dylan. Our first type of clause is called independent or the main clause. Let's read quickly.
Express the complete idea or
Thought.
it has the subject and verb and stand alone as a sentence.
Let's read the example.
I saw one. He was crying.
Next.
He is crying, but no
Action. He is a wise man. Next. He bought a car which was too expensive. Next. I ate some apples in the kitchen. So those are independent clauses because it makes sense. It gives you that complete thought. So when we ask ourselves a question, then we'll be able to answer. We will not be lost. Whereas dependent clauses, now let us read.
Dependent or subordinate clause
Is the clause which as alone cannot express the complete meaning. So it means when somebody say something to you, you would not understand. So those kinds of sentences are called dependent clauses or subordinate clause. Read.
I saw one
Who was crying? Next.
he bought a car which was
Too expensive. She does not like the people who smoke. I know the girl who took my pen. Now let us go back to our independent clause. Now the ones that are highlighted in red, we identify them as a independent clause, sorry, because I can understand this sentence fully. I saw a man. Who did you saw? A man. Who saw the man? I saw the man. So you would understand. Okay? Next.
he is crying.
He is crying. Who is crying? He. So we use a pronoun there, he. We could change the sentence as well. Jeffrey is crying. Who is crying? Jeffrey is crying. So right away we understand the sentence. So we would say, who's crying when I ask you? You say, Miss Jeffrey is crying, your partner. Why? So we expand more. But I understand who is crying. Okay? Next.
He is
He is
a
a
wise
wise man. Who is a wise man? He is a wise man. What kind of man is he?
wise.
Wise. Okay? Next. He bought a car. He bought a car or she bought a car. Right away you understand the object is there. What did he bought? A car. Who bought a car? He. Because we're using the pronoun there. I ate some apples. Who ate the apples? I. I eat those apples. Whereas dependent clauses now, let's read one in the red.
Was crying.
Who is crying? We don't know unless we read the entire sentence. So now we will see that dependent clauses will normally begins with you call it a subordinated conjunction. Remember that in our compound sentences as well, complex sentences? We learned that. Also, which was too expensive. So you could come and tell this girl, which was too expensive. She will not know what I'm talking about because it doesn't have the complete thought there. Everybody understand?
Yes.
Can anybody give me a sentence now? One independent clause and one dependent clause. Quickly, quickly.
I saw a tree.
I saw a tree. Very good. So what sentence is that? Independent clause. Excellent, Alex. Stop for Alex. What's the clause? One clause for Alex. We'll give another one, a dependent clause now. What's the poor? What's the poor? Miss Napoli? Well, the sentence didn't say that. So what's the poor? Excellent. Everybody here is someone not. So in order for me to know if you do understand, we have to go through a whole class activity which we'll be doing together. I want to place a timer here so that everybody can, everybody stay in there. Sarah? Sarah? You see it? All right. Read.
Read each sentence carefully. Highlight the independent clause and underline the dependent clause in each sentence given.
So we have 9 or 10 of you, so all of you will come and participate in finding the independent clause and the dependent clause. Who wants to go first? Alex, the first sentence read for him.
When my father arrived he will give the direction.
Again,
When
when
my
my father arrives, he will give the directions. So which is the independent clause? So you will highlight it. You want me to do the first one?
Yes.
Alright, let's do the first. So the independent clause I would find right away is, I don't think you see it good, let me move it one time. We're gonna put it here, right?
Yes.
This one's for sure. Alright, so the first one. When my father arrives, dependent or independent? Huh? When my father arrives, dependent or independent? Dependent. So I will underline that. Okay? He gives the directions. What is that? Independent clause. That is how I want you to complete the order. Okay? Come. Justina, you do the second one. I need you to read for Justina, everybody.
When my mother shows,
She will bring the food. Which is the independent clause? What you have to do there? Underline, right? Highlight. Highlight. Are we correct? Are we correct? When my mother, so this is supposed to be underlined, right? Because this is the independent clause, underlined. And this is supposed to be highlighted because it is a independent clause. Right? Highlighted independent clause and underlined dependent clause. Remember that. Right? So let me label the first one for you. This is the dependent clause, and this one here is the independent clause. So why don't you stop quickly and do the other one? Read a sentence, everybody.
while the flowers bloom,
I will plant more trees. While the flowers bloom, I will plant more trees. Which is the independent clause? Jeffrey wants to tell her. What do you do? Under no highlight. Independent clause, highlight. Who wants to help her? What's the independent clause? Good. I will plant more trees is the independent clause. So therefore she has to highlight it. Yes. That is the, so what is the dependent clause now? While the flowers bloom. Yeah. Read a sentence. You look at it, we are good hands. What is the independent clause there? No matter how you look at it. Dependent or independent? Dependent. So what do you have to do? You have to underline that. And then highlight the next person run up to the board quickly. Read. Unless you have the right size, do not try on the the shoe. Which is a dependent clause? Unless you have the right size is the dependent clause. So what do? You underline. Can you separate? Next person, run up to the board quickly. Read. Posted on the table. What is that independent clause? Posted on the table. Independent clause. So what do? You highlight it. You highlight it. So, this is called highlight. And this is to underline. All right. Next person. Read. I will not buy anything. Which is the dependent clause? Tim?
I will not buy
I will not buy anything is what? Independent clause. So what do you do there? You underline. No, you highlight. And then you underline. Very good. Next person quickly. Hurry up, hurry up. And see if you last.
until the sunset.
Until the sunset is what? Dependent clause, alright? Did you do that? Good. Set it badly. Next person, please, Tara, run up to the board. Next. Read. Then you better class. I will walk to school. Very good. But you know you highlight it, right? And then you underline it. Yes. Read the last one.
Do you have to give us a picture?
It's what? Good job, everyone. You stop yourself. I see some of you still not really get the concept of it. So because of that, we have one more activity. Right, so please get your books quickly before we yeah, fine. So this activity you will do word hunt. So in the classroom there are hidden words with strips. So you will find, so the group members will go and look for the strips of sentences or clauses. The group that finds more and places correctly will be the winner. So start now. Look for them and place. You can't start with cardboard, don't even here. You will come back and paste them. Quickly. All you will come for the so you will place them in independent clause or dependent clauses. Make sure you place it correctly.
Okay.
Get everything, once you get everything, you adjust it and make sure you organize it correctly and you tell me the first person who tell me that they're finished are the winners. This are challenge first, get some under the desk or somewhere else. Hurry up, the main idea is for you to get everybody, the group, there's a computation, so you're trying to get it as a group. Okay, take it off by any problem, that's all. So hurry up, hurry up. That's you know, I never tell me this. Yep. No panic from the physicians. Okay. Let's see. Finish it. All right, presenters. Presenters quickly. I need you to stand quickly. Or listen.
Good afternoon once again, class. We are here to present on the topic clauses, and we are doing a group activity. Place the clauses in the correct color. For independent clause, we have the sun set behind the mountain. My phone suddenly stopped working. We decided to leave immediately. The team celebrated their victory.
Very good.
The teacher explained the instructions clearly. And also for dependent clause, we have if you need help after we finish eating, before the movie starts, then he wasn't paying attention.
Excellent. Now quickly.
And I'll see you in the next.
Our assignment early. The crowd cheered. It's a very fun experience. Where which we bought yesterday. Whose car was outside because she forgot the password. Although it was getting dark.
Correct? What is wrong with this one of them? What do you think about when the class ends? Is that independent or dependent?
Independent class.
Why? Does it make sense?
No.
Alright, so you have to go. Okay? So when the class ends. Alright, class, please give it up for this. Alright, so Mr. Here. And before you can leave, I have some homework for you to do. Did you learn? Tell me what you learned. Say it. Did you enjoy the lesson? So now that you know what is independent clause and dependent clause, you can identify them, okay?
Yes.
Alright, so you're confident enough. So you will distribute your homework before you finish. Okay? No, I didn't bring this up. This is positive. Pode virar, não tem deixa. Pode virar, não tem deixa. De quatro. All right, now that we are finished with our activity, um, this is very good. It's fantastic here. So we will place all of them in your English area and you will see your work. And we will place all this in our English corner, right? And from time to time you will see. So this is your homework activity. And place it in your book. All right. So any questions? Any questions? Still learning to for this lesson. Any questions for the homework? It says, all right, so it says add a subordinate clause to each independent clause below to complete each sentence. Subordinate is same as dependent clause. Right? So for your homework, you will add a dependent clause to complete the independent clause. Okay, so first one is done for you. The blank, I have found success. I have found success. So the answer now is read. For the first time, I have found success. So now you will complete the rest like that. Can you do that?
Yes.
All right then. Have a good afternoon and see you tomorrow. Please clap your hands for yourself. Still goes.